You're listening to the Corrupted Podcast.
And by the way, Beyond the Gorilla says, going back to Howard Stern, goes, talk about Howard Stern. What's your view on him bashing podcasts?
You know, I don't blame him for doing what he's doing because he doesn't understand this era and what's going on. It's changing. See, he thinks he was part of the change, but his change.
Yeah, he's afraid now.
This is a different change that he don't know about. You know what I mean? He's kind of getting old and he's falling out of that cutting edge area. And he knows, listen, look at the podcasts that have popped up. There's been really fucking unbelievable shows and podcasts that have popped up that you could consider them being podcasts. Like Joe Rogan's got a great show. Like a ton of people have just great shows. And these are podcasts. But if you really want to get technical, they're radio shows.
Yeah.
You're hearing somebody's voice. I mean, if you can watch them, obviously, but they put a lot of radio shows on TV now. You know, CNBC has fucking radio shows on in the morning, and
because they have to. They really, honestly, they have to.
Yeah, they're looking for the programming. You know what I'm saying? And there it is. You mix radio with TV. All of a sudden, you open yourself up into like tons of more programming to put on TV. And you know, once a radio show puts video on it, then it becomes a show. It's not just a radio show. But I don't think Stern understands like where it's gone with computer and how easy it is for like us three and a lot of other people in this community who have shows with each other. They're fucking living on all sides of the map, but we get together and act like we're in the same studio right now.
Yeah.
You know, nobody knows if we are not sitting next to each other right now.
It's the same as a cab driver being mad at Uber people. You know, it's like they worked their whole life as a cab driver or whatever, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, any dildo can go just become a cab driver now.
But then it goes back to something that you said earlier, where it's like, okay, any asshole could go fucking get a computer, get a microphone, get earphones and everything. But are they going to be entertaining? Are you going to want to listen to that person? Can you relate to that person?
Well, that's the thing. Stern is like, yes, I get it. Like, okay, lots of podcasts are useless, and a lot of people maybe don't have that talent, or maybe some people are just, you know, they're doing whatever.
But he does not understand it.
Oh, you know, I think he's scared of it. I mean, he has to put it down.
Yeah.
He has to put it down.
He's gone on record saying that he doesn't like that people do a podcast and they immediately say, "Oh yeah, I'm in radio." He doesn't like that because he grew up in the, where you had to really come up the ranks and work your fucking ass off. And
he went to like 20 different radio stations before he was 30 years old.
He's a fucking bitter old douchebag now.
Yeah, and you know what? Like I said, part of it probably is like he's probably thinking like, well, so many people are doing this. It's probably going to be the thing to do years from now, and like it'll probably put radio to sleep. You know what I mean? Because this technology and the way that we do this is like you could reach millions of people just like if they had a radio. So what's the sense of having radio around when you could do it all on this?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Joe Rogan gets more downloads a week than he gets listeners in a year.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
You know, so it's like I don't think he understands where the industry is going and the technologies that are around it, even though he is a savvy guy, but he's getting old. He's from a different era. He's from the era and don't get me wrong, what he did is unbelievable. He took it from, he was like the bridge. He bridged the gap from like old school radio guys to like what you got now. The shock jock, like fucking, and so many people tried to emulate him. And you know what? Listen, so many shows on here, and I'll even say it myself. I'm a fucking diehard Stern fan, and I try to do so many things that I've seen him do or heard him do in the past growing up, listening to radio shows. I even embarrassedly listened to Don Imus for a while there because it was the only thing I could get on this little transistor radio when I worked in the cemetery.
Hey, you're there, kid. Good morning.
Yeah, and I listened to him too. And I also listen to Rush Limbaugh. I mean, even though I don't agree with everything the guy says, I listen to these people. I enjoy having somebody to, just listen to instead of, I listen to music, don't get me wrong, but I'd rather listen to like shows and learn things and, laugh and blah, 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 so it's like.
Yeah, but he's become, and everything comes full circle, it's not like some mystery. The fact of the matter is that Stern has become fucking Don Imus himself. He's turned into exactly everything he hated back in the day, but that's just what happens. You sit down.
Stern is a celebrity star fucker now. That's all he is.
Listen, I love him, and I'm happy he got to this point. His show is.
Started that show, dude. Ever since he went on that fucking show.
It ain't. I mean, it's not dead yet, but it's not what we remember, dude. And I'm telling you, we talked about this a lot. I actually reached out to somebody. I actually reached out to somebody at Sirius because somebody passed me their name or something. I reached out to them. They were kind of like, "What are you talking to me about?" And I DM'd them earlier. They DM'd and they got back to me. After a while, basically what I said was, "Well, we really want to get I'd like to get in there because I have so many listeners, And their response was basically, "It takes a lot of work and a lot of years to get here, but." So if you can take other jobs, other places, I'd definitely recommend that. That's what they told me. So it's what it is
that's degrading.
Snobby people who think, oh, you didn't, whatever. Even you're not in the club, you didn't go to school for this. It's like, but I did go to school for it, so whatever. But that's the bottom line is they want you to – it's the same as wrestling. It's no difference. It's pretty much the equivalent radio, and so I get it. It's the equivalent of Baron Corbin coming from the NFL, going to NXT, and becoming a superstar. To many of those wrestlers in the back, think of a guy like Mike Bennett. Mike Bennett started here in Fall River, Massachusetts here at Top Rope Promotions. He worked in front of 10 people for years. Then he gets better hired at bigger places. Then eventually gets signed with Ring of Honor. Then he moves up to TNA. Now he's with the WWE. And we're talking about 12 years or more than 12 years, 15 years of training, paying, poor, wrestling, beaten up, injuries, all these things to finally get to the WWE now. And, well, he's a cuck now, but now finally get to the WWE. And meanwhile, Baron Corbin played football, so he's just allowed to come on into NXT and learn how to take bumps for the first time ever. What the hell?
Throw up.
Is that you, Bailey? Bailey, oh, God. If you throw up, I want to hear this. Please throw up. Is that him or Ken?
No, it's not me.
Bailey, how much did you drink today with your wife? Oh, God, I think he's throwing up.
He said...
He heard Baron Corbin's career, and he threw up.
Yeah. Is this pay-per-view going to suck balls this weekend or what?
Pay-per-view might be very bad. I'm going to watch Star Trek. Oh, my God, Bailey. I hope you're okay, man. Oh!
Get some water, bro. Get some water.
Oh, oh my
Holy
God,
fuck.
no! Oh!
Fuck.
Oh, my God.
It's farting.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We have a winner, folks.
Damn, son. Get that boy a diaper.
Leah comes over to stand next to me to listen to this.
Yeah, right. She was like, "Oh, let me go look at this shit."
No, he's not on video. I'm just listening. Oh wait, he does have video. Oh wait, he has video. Bailey, you okay? You look like shit.
Breathing. You don't know where he is.
Oh God, he's got stuff all over his face. Oh my God, he's got stuff on his face.
Oh no, he's doing a snot rocket.
Oh my God. To listen to full 2-hour episodes of Corrupted Podcast, please visit patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. By supporting with at least $2 a month, you'll get full access to every single episode of Corrupted Podcast. Plus, be able to listen to the live recordings of it with behind-the-scenes stuff that other people don't hear. And of course, you'll get it delivered right to your Patreon and email account the second that the episode is rendered and up and available for other patrons.